Yo, what's up? I'm gonna be showing you how to make a sophitia type beat. So basically, I'll show you the beat first, but yeah, here. Oh, sorry, my fault. Yeah, that's it. It's pretty it's one of my favorite beats I made actually. But yeah. So basically, what I started with doing is this is a piano, like some keys. But I put it in the 3D granulizer. This is what it sounds like. And without the effects, it sounds like this. Basically, to get this, I had these keys that I laid down with an electro preset. It's pretty much just a piano, but it goes like this. That's pretty much that. It's not too interesting, but it was like kind of nice. But yeah, I didn't really know what else to do with it. So what I did is I basically rendered it out and then chucked it into 3D granulizer, which is this one. It looks like this. You chuck it in here, and then basically when you're using a 3D granulizer, you want to kind of just play around with the knobs. Like if I make another one real quick, 3D granulizer, put the same sample in, and put it in. It's gonna sound like that, but what you can do is you can change these. Mainly these top ones are pretty good to use. This, if you put it this like this, it puts a reverse basically, and then you can put more or less, add hold or attack, pan, depth. Yeah, but basically, like, if you're gonna do that, you kind of just gotta play with it to see how it sounds. And then for that, the effects, basically I've got this, which is a delay. It's pretty it's like both sides, like a stereo delay. EQ to just kind of take out some of the highs, because this is basically my main layer, and so I didn't want it too high. Shaper box. This was kind of just to add some bounce. Just a Saturn saturator you could use. Sound goodizer, I guess. Reverb and gross beat for more like bounce, and then a final EQ. That's you don't really need to do as much, but I just kind of, mainly the EQ is what you want, and some delay, because sophitia and people like that, they use hella delay for most of their stuff and hella reverb. Next is this lead. Oh no, this is a plugg actually, but oh wait, hold on. Yeah, this is a Spire preset. Just any plugg. Spire, sophitia uses hella Spire. Basically, I kind of just followed the chords here, I think, the keys, I mean. Built off it. Let's see, these actually. Yeah, that's really not the same at all, but that's not really helpful. But yeah, basically, like, You're kind of just trying to make it the melody sound kind of like cute. Nothing like too dark. I mean, some sophitia beats are much darker, but a lot of his stuff is pretty like cute sort of, but with like hella 808s. Yeah. That has some pretty simple effects. Some delay, hella delay, delay 3. Just chuck on the random, like the regular preset. I didn't even use that gross beat actually. Cancel. Okay. This is pan. So to add it, to have more presence, I have it switching from one ear to the other basically, only partly, so that you notice it a bit more because it's moving around. And then just standard EQ, cutting lows and stuff. This lead, oh, this isn't even lead. This is kind of just following root notes. That is an Electro preset. It's just a gated saw. Sophitia tends to use lots of EDM like inspired sounds, and like cute sort of synths. This is codec. This is like downsampling it. Same with this one. If I play it without the effects, it's like that. But if I put the effects on codec, that like downsamples it, so it's not as sharp. This kind of adds a bit more distortion. The gross beat, you kind of just use gross beats to add like bounce to your thing, like yeah, just bounce and like speed it up halftime sort of thing. Some pan and halftime to just make it not so up in the front. It's kind of just adding, I guess, layers. And then the last lead is pretty cool. It's just a spire lead preset. So this is like same sort of thing, playing into that cuteness. Like if it was lower, it'd be a bit more sad, but yeah, it's like a high lead, very airy and fuzzy sort of. This is like, what is this? It's like basically slowly going down, but having it go up and then, I mean, being low and then quickly going up and then down, just adds to the bounce basically, and sort of thing. That without effects is like this. Still sounds pretty good, but with Sophitia's leads, to have them like hella in the center of the track, you wanna, I mean, the gross speed is just to add more bounce basically, as with anything. That's the little reverse sort of thing into the clap, and then delay, hella delay, and then reverb. You want to turn the wet like hella up and the dry down a bit and separate it, because it just takes the edge off that lead, so it's not so sharp in the user's the listener's ear. And then basically all together the melody goes like this. And so basically this background layer, it could just be like a pad or anything, but this specifically does add a bit of bounce because it's like rhythmic. It's kind of like that as well, and then this plucks definitely, and then the lead kind of just ties it all together. Drums, pretty much just regular trap drums. Like here's all the drums put together. Sophitia likes to use like hella fat snares at times, but this is not as much like that. But yeah, just I had a layered clap because it's some weird clap sound. Well, it's actually not a clap sound, but yeah. Yeah, pretty much just clap. This is another clap, I think. Yeah, just a layer on top of that metal sound. Crash kind of adds like air to the track and like ambience. Not the spire. Hold up. And then perks. Some weird like perks, I guess. What is this? I'm not using that, I don't think. This is another perk. Yeah, I kind of used some hella weird perks on this track, but I don't know. It's kind of like a chant sort of sound, but it's a bit different. This is a hella weird sound as well, I think. Yeah, but just kind of everything, just like plug drums basically. And then yeah, the snare rolls and like very bouncy snares. And then yeah, these are kind of cool hi-hats, but like you don't have to do anything crazy with it. Kind of ride the beat of the melody. Yeah. 808s. Yeah, just some bouncy 808s, kind of fluctuating a bit, playing on the melody. This is just jerk 808 sort of thing. I've just kind of you just kind of put it into the mixer and turn it up hella. Sometimes I'll add saturation if it needs it, like with a wave shaper. Boost this, put it up higher. And basically drums and 808s. And then basically all that together is this. The master, nothing crazy. Literally just soft clipper, adding warmth from the 808s. Arrangement, pretty simple, like either kind of fade into it like with a melody or just like have the drums drop really quick, like whatever makes it sound good basically, but it's pretty simple. Yeah, and that's basically how I would make a sophitia type beat. I think the main things are sound selection and getting your melodies right. Drums are pretty easy, but yeah, the melody is kind of where the source is at. And I guess the mixing, but yeah, that's pretty much it.